The Pagano Cup, an event that I've had circled on my calendar since February. It is an event being held by the WWA to honor an individual by the name of Stephen Pagano. In this event, you're going to have individuals representing the WWA, of course, OCW, Sin City Wrestling, and Four Corners Wrestling. 12 competitors going after one goal, and that is a title shot at the end of the night for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship. What does that have to do with me? Well, that's simple. My name is Sean Jackson, and I am the WWA World Heavyweight Champion. Now then, of the 12 competitors that will be vying for that spot to step into the ring with me at the end of the night for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship, I will discuss the ones that I feel have the best shot at getting there. Let me start this off with you, Justin Dawes, a member of New Tradition. As far as I'm concerned, New Tradition is dead. New Tradition is buried and gone. But if you want to put New Tradition out beside your name, well then, Justin, you go ahead and you make it through 11 other competitors and face me at the end of the night for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship, because, Justin, there won't be any friendship between you and me. And the reason why there won't be any friendship between the two of us is your cowardly actions on May 10th of 2010. Now, for all of you out there who don't understand what I'm talking about, back in 2009 and 2010, I was a member of New Tradition. Not just any card-carrying member of New Tradition. I was the top man in New Tradition. I was the guy. But what was it, Justin? Was it jealousy? Is that the reason why that when Jason Juzma was damaging my knee and putting me out of wrestling for 2 years on May 10th of 2010, that you and the rest of the cowardly bunch of New Tradition wasn't there to help? Well, not a problem, Justin, because I'm going to put it to you like this. If you do make it to the final, that will be the last match in your career. Don't think for 1 second that I'm going to take it easy, because I'm not. Justin, your actions stole 2 years from my career, and I haven't forgotten. Matter of fact, I've given way too much time on you already. Just understand this. If you do make it to the final, I'll end your career. Lucian Frost from Sin City Wrestling, one half of the tag team champions. Lucian, you and I go way back. We go way back to World Class Championship Wrestling in 2012. We have an understanding of one another. We know how each other wrestles. We compete in Sin City, and now we're competing again here in the WWA. Lucian, I've got all the respect in the world for you, but if you come after my world title, respect will go out the window. We've yet to face one another in Sin City, but you know what I'm all about. My best advice to you, if you do make it to the final, any aspirations you have of being the WWA World Heavyweight Champion, get it out of your head, because it's not going to happen. Dan Benson. Once again, Dan, here you are, trying to come after something that you're simply not going to win. You've tried and you failed. You've tried again. You have failed again. If you happen to make it to the final of the Pagano Cup and you and I face one another inside the ring, it's going to be the same result all over again. My hand being raised in the air, still the WWA World Heavyweight Champion, and you, just another failure of a night. Dan, I know that you want to be the world champion. It's written all over your face. It's in every promo that you've ever done. But Dan, it's just simply not going to happen. And the reason why it's not going to happen is because I have plans for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship belt. And I will get to that in a few minutes. Just understand this. I would like to be able to say it's nothing personal, it's strictly business. But it is personal and it is business. So, any thoughts that you may have of walking out of the Pagano Cup as the World Heavyweight Champion, it's a pipe dream, nothing more. Jonathan Talon. I should have known last month when you and I battled each other to a 20-minute time limit draw at that house show that it was going to be the feather in your cap, that you were going to squawk about it until you know, you've been talking about that match to anybody and everybody that'll listen. Jonathan, you are a great talent, no doubt about it. Understand what I'm saying to you. Yes, at a house show, you battled the world champion to a 20-minute time limit draw. Talon, it was a house show. It meant nothing to me. Now, if you really want to see what you can do against the world champion, then by all means, make it to the final. Make it to the final of the Pagano Cup. And you will see what the mental rapist Sean Jackson is all about. You will see that 20 minutes of the best night of your life was nothing more than a house show and meant absolutely nothing to me. At the Pagano Cup for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship, you're going to find a completely different Sean Jackson. You're going to find a Sean Jackson that'll put you down and put you out as fast as he possibly can. And with the lights out game called Due to Darkness, the high knee to the back of your skull, putting you down and putting you out will be that fast. All I'll need beyond that is the 1, the 2, and the 3. Kenshin Takamura from OCW. Takamura, I have a great respect for the Japanese wrestlers. I have a great respect for them because of the way that they conduct business. Takamura, this is the WWA. This isn't OCW, and this isn't wrestling in Japan. This is a title match at the end of the Pagano Cup for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship. To me, you are nothing more than a reminder of what started all this to begin with. The Japanese demon Hyodo Yakai in World Class Championship Wrestling back in 2012. Lucian Frost knows exactly who I'm talking about. As far as I'm concerned, I need to put you down just as quickly as I put Hyodo Yakai down. I could go on about Hyodo Yakai, but that's a backstory in itself that does not need to be addressed right now. It's been addressed at other times ad nauseum. Eventually, later on down the road, I will touch upon Hyodo Yakai again. I tell you what I'll do. I'll touch on Hyodo Yakai if you happen to beat me for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship belt at the end of the Pagano Cup, because I will be coming back for my championship, and I will be coming back for a vengeance. But I can say this honestly, I don't have to worry about it, because at the end of the night, Kenshin, you will not be there. Now then, Chris Fury, one half of Sudden Impact, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and best friend to Jason Jusma. Yes, the same Jason Jusma that injured my knee on May 10th of 2010 and put me out of wrestling for 2 years. Well, Chris, here is how I envision the perfect Pagano Cup. You making your way through 11 other competitors and making it to the final, to where you face Shawn Jackson for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship belt. And during that match, Shawn Jackson pummels you, rips you from limb to limb, and fractures the back of your skull with the high knee. And as your brain matter is oozing out, as the blood is flowing, I continue to beat you. And I continue to beat you. I continue with blow after blow, shot after shot, finisher after finisher, until someone throws in the white towel. Until someone comes in to stop the brutality. And then, as they're wheeling you to an awaiting ambulance for me to continue with the brutality, until that coward Jason Jusma can no longer stand it, and he finally comes out and faces me like a man. Until that time comes, Chris Fury, I'm going to continue with the blatant beatdown on you. See, that's how I envision my perfect Pagano Cup. Not only retaining my WWA World Heavyweight Championship, but beating you so badly that Jason Jusma has no choice but to come out and seek his revenge, where I too will put him out to pasture, just like I will do to you. But Chris, understand where I'm coming from. Even if you don't make it to the final, who knows? I may come out and beat the holy hell out of you anyway. I may come out and make an example out of you anyway. Because Chris, as you will find out by the time this video blog is over, you will know who my true target is. And that is going to be your tag team partner and best friend, Jason Jusma. But there are still 2 more people to address, and they are from Four Corners Wrestling. I'm talking about Stefan Robb and Jason Cash. Stefan Robb, you had the audacity to come out and complain about how I run off at the mouth. Well, Stefan, you know, if you want to be big and bad in Four Corners Wrestling, that's fine. But if you want to come out and be big and bad in the WWA, especially to the world champion, then by all means, don't do it from a distance. Don't do it from afar. Why don't you show your true guts and mow your way through the 11 other competitors, including Jason Cash, and step into the ring with me. I mean, Stefan, don't let nothing but fear hold you back. By all means, do what you've got to do. Step into that ring and shut me up. Step into that ring and make me shut up. You see, Stefan, there's a big difference between talking in Four Corners Wrestling and backing up that talk here in the WWA. So, Stefan, if you really want to shut me up, then by all means, come with your best shot. But you're going to find out. I'm not just some easy mark. I'm not just some easy target. I happen to be the real NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I happen to be the WWA World Heavyweight Champion. And I also happen to be the ACW World Heavyweight Champion in Sin City Wrestling. Whereas you... yeah, Stefan. Exactly. What are you? Speaking of Four Corners Wrestling, speaking of top dogs, and no, I'm not talking about Stefan Robb. I am talking about Jason Cash. Jason, I am impressed. And I do not impress easy. You have put yourself to the forefront of those individuals who stand the chance of making it to the final to face me for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship. Well, Jason, I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to actually facing the number one guy in Four Corners Wrestling. As well it should be. The top man in Four Corners facing the top man in WWA. Because face it, isn't that how the Super Bowl goes? Isn't that how the World Series is supposed to be? Isn't that how the NBA Finals, isn't that how March Madness, isn't that how it's supposed to go? The two top guys or the two top teams or the two top of whatever. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Well, Jason, I've done my part. I am the WWA World Heavyweight Champion, and I am waiting. Although you will spoil the perfect Pagano Cup in me facing Chris Fury. Facing you and showing my dominance over Four Corners Wrestling as well? Hell, who knows? If and when I beat you for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship, retaining my title, who knows? Maybe I'll just have to make my trip up to Four Corners Wrestling and add another championship belt to my long list of championship titles. And then my plan comes to fruition. Jason Juzma, and that is you. Back on May 10th of 2010, Jason, you injured my knee and you put me out for 2 years. That's something that I have not forgotten, and it's something that I'm not going to forget. Jason, after I retain my WWA World Heavyweight Championship belt at Pagano, I'm going to actively pursue you. I'm going to call you out, and I'm going to continue to call you out until you, the coward that you are, finally responds. And Juzma, I don't care what I have to do. I don't care if I have to go after your partner and friend Chris Fury. I don't care if I have to go after your family. I don't care if I have to go after your friends. I don't care who I have to go after and what I have to do. But Jason, May 10th of 2014, next month is going to be the 4-year anniversary of what you did to me. And Jason, I fully expect to have you in the ring, because if I don't, then Chris Fury had better go eyes in the back of his skull. Hell, Jason, everybody in your family better go eyes in the back of their head.